Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden, and today I'm going to be doing a seedling update and talking to you about some new items that I purchased. Okay, it's mid-December and we just got through all the Black Friday sales, and I did purchase some fun things that I wanted to show you all real quick. I purchased a few things and I got some birthday presents. My birthday was in November. Okay, so the first thing I got was I ordered a set of seeds from a company called Bunnies and Blooms. I'll put a link below. It was packaged in this like really adorable little package. These are all a set. It includes zinnia, celosia, jewels of opar, love in a puff, pincushion, and poppy seed packets. And the whole container, the whole set was $25. So it came in a really nice box, mailed nicely. I thought this was a really great gift. And so I thought this was really neat. I love the beautiful velvet ribbon that she took the time to add on here. Let's slide this out. Yes, the whole thing is packaged just beautifully. I've got a zinnia elegance mix. The jewels of opar, that was a new one for me that I've really been wanting to grow. Let's see, these are hardy in zone 7, 8, 9, and 10. And apparently they have seed pods on them, which sounds really great. These are full sun. A poppy mix. I don't love poppies, but I was willing to try it out. Pin cushions. This one is Scabiosa atropurpurea. I'll put up pictures of all of these for you. Love in a puff, which I've never grown. And a Celosia plumosa mix. So really excited to try that out. Once again, I just thought it was a really great looking gift. I wanted to see what it looks like in person, but basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a giveaway of this particular set of seeds. I thought it was just really fun and pretty. I wanted to see how it looked for delivery before I sent it out to one of you all, and all you have to do to be part of this giveaway is go ahead and leave me a comment below which of those seed varieties, zinnia, celosia, jewels of opar, love in a puff, pincushion, and poppy seed packets that you're most poppy seeds that you are most interested in growing, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, so I got a few things too for my birthday. My kids are always pick out really fun stuff. This first one is called Original Earthlings, and it says meet your new friend here, and it is the sweetest little container. Look at it. It's like a little shelf sitter. How cute is that? So my youngest picked that one out. Love it. Thought that was really, really fun. It does have a drainage hole in the bottom. It's plastic, but it looks like terracotta. But I thought that that would be such a fun thing to have in my space and would make me smile every time I walk past it. Also for my birthday, my family picked out basically like a little fountain set that you basically, it's a solar fountain that you float in your bird bath. And my bird bath is currently under my willow tree, which is not the best place. It needs to be moved. But I'm not going to pull this out because you're not going to want to see what all this looks like. I'll put up a picture of what it is. But basically, it's a little solar fountain to aerate the water and keep it moving. And it'll help prevent mosquitoes, but also be really good for the wildlife in my garden. All right, next they got me a pair of these gloves from Pine Tree Tools. They have that kind of silicone coating on the outside that's supposed to be safer for your hands, and especially dealing with something like thorns. I have larger hands, and so these do a really good job kind of conforming to them. They have a little bit longer of wrist area, and they fit a little bit tighter here, which is good because a lot of times with my gloves, I'll just get dirt down into the gloves. But they definitely feel like I feel more nimble with these. Like I can do more details, and like I don't have to take these gloves off while I'm working if I'm trying to do something detailed or cut or do something like that. So yeah, I got these new gloves from Pine Tree Tools as well. Okay, and I recently hit another estate sale. And I picked up some of these sweet little figurines. They're all, I think, just like made in Japan, or yeah, made in occupied Japan. So they're a little bit older. But it's a little, this one's a little poodle, which I thought was super sweet. Another little speckled puppy dog and a deer. And I'm going to be doing a project with these to go out in the garden. I think it'll be really fun. I got these for 50 cents each. Okay, and then finally a couple of things that I ordered on Black Friday. I ordered a garden tool set. So basically it's kind of like a carry-all bag for your tools. And if you guys know me, I'm always searching for something with gardening because I'm not very good at keeping everything together. So let's take a look. It looks like this comes with a lot of the tools, which I didn't necessarily care about. I care more about having my own tools. But let's pull all this out so we can take a look at what it looks like. Okay, so it's a bag with a handle, and it does have a flat bottom so that it can sit up, which is great. So it has room in the inside to store, but what I really liked is all these pockets on the outside so that I could see like what all I have in there. It's also got little straps to hold your tools in. So it looks like it has a weeder, it has like a little mini rake, a couple of spades. It has a set of pruners. They don't feel like the best quality. My hands are really big, so these feel too small for me. But still, like I said, I bought this more for the bag than I did for the actual tools. Comes with a little spray bottle, which is actually kind of nice. Especially, I'll just keep like soapy water in here, so when I run across spider mites, I can hit that up. And then it also came with a pair of gloves. But I really, really like the look and feel of it. And I thought it would just be really easy to just grab it and go for me. And so, yeah, I did end up picking that up. I'll put all the prices and stuff below so you guys can kind of see, but kind of happy with that. I think that'll be really fun. And if you don't see me using this in my videos, remind me. Okay, and then I got a new pair of pruners. And this one is called Mueller Garden. So it's a soft grip, heavy duty pruner. And these were like on a super sale. And let me see. So they have like these grips on the outside of them. These feel better sized in my hands than the other ones did. They do have a fine tip, which is nice for trimming. Yeah, these look nice. I mean, they had really good reviews, and I thought the price was right, so I thought, I'll give them a try and see how it goes. I'll let y'all know if I end up liking them. Okay, so those are my most recent purchases and gifts. So I'm really excited. I've got some projects coming up with those, and I'm really hoping that those will help with the organization in 2024, which is one of my big things that I'm hoping to do better on in my garden. And then as a reminder, if you're interested in getting your own set of bunnies and blooms, I'm doing a giveaway of one set of seeds. Just drop your favorite one of the varieties from this set in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Okay, let me clear the table and let's talk about seed updates. Okay, let's talk about Coleus. So I took a bunch of Coleus cuttings before we got our first frost or first freezing temps, and I set them up in a couple of different ways. I did cuttings just in water, and as you can see, they're doing absolutely beautiful. Check out those roots. Absolutely amazing. Of course, I took this out. That was probably a terrible idea. I don't have any plans to plant the ones in the containers yet at this point. They're doing so well, and so I kind of want to keep them in here. They haven't grown tons and tons and tons, which I'm kind of happy about because I don't want them to get too big too quick, because it's still, I can't get these out until the end of March. So I still have quite a bit of time growing these on. But the ones in water did great. The ones over here that were cuttings that went directly into soil did great as well, but not as good as the rooted ones that went directly into the water. This one was 100% success. This one right here, I would say, was about 90% success. I started multiple ones in each of the containers. I started like 3 in each of these. The big deal with this, and the reason I lost a small percentage, is because I forgot to water one time. So that was kind of the key. You can see I started them even in the cell trays, but like here's one right here that I lost, like right over here to the side. You can see the empty cell right there. So they did, oh gosh, you can see all of the roots coming out. They did really well unless I forgot to water. And if I forgot to water, they died back real quick. So that was pretty much the key. I am dealing with some fungus gnats, and as I'm looking at this Coleus right here, I am seeing some webs, which makes me think that we might have some spider webs or some spider mites going on here. So basically, I'm just taking one of my sprayers. This is my misting sprayer that I like to use for in-store stuff, and it's got a mix of Dawn soap and water in it. And basically, I'm just kind of hosing down the plants, making sure that I'm getting all the way around and underneath the leaves and that kind of stuff. And then this just deters the spider mites, which is super helpful. But yeah, I'm seeing a few webs now that I've taken them out. I just want to make sure that I don't in any way think that this is going to get rid of all of them, but hopefully this will just knock back the population. But very happy with the Coleus propagation. I will be doing this again in the future. Y'all have been telling me for a long time that I needed to do this, and I was like, now I feel dumb that I didn't do it ahead of time. They're all doing really good. They're kind of getting to the point where some of them have like 2 sets going, and I like 2 off of one of the original stems. I feel like in like a month or so that I might be able to take like 1 original propagation cutting and get 2 off of this and split this into a ton more plants for my garden. We'll see. I'm thinking about trying that out. I think that that might be nice. And then I'd have pretty much all the Coleus that I need for my garden for next year, which would be absolutely amazing, considering I will not have had to buy any more. But unless, of course, I find a new color that I like. But I am also going to be starting Coleus from seed, and that's something I'm going to be doing in the next week or so, because Coleus does take a while to grow from seed. So we will be exploring that as well in the future. Also, I just really like having the Coleus back here to look at. Like, I just love having the color here during the winter. I think it works really, really great. They are all under grow lights, and my grow lights are on 14 hours a day. So they are getting quite a bit of light right now. I think that if I wanted to slow down their growth, that I could reduce that, but I'm not going to do that at this point in time. Okay, I want to talk to you about the pepper plants that I've been overwintering. So let me pull some of these out. Okay, if you recall, I dug up my pepper plants. They were jalapeno and sweet escamillo, or yellow escamillo, sweet escamillo, pepper plants. And these plants did really great for me this year. And I had seen and heard that you can overwinter pepper plants inside. And so I thought, let's give it a try. So here we are. It's going really, really well. Everybody's doing great. It is producing flowers, y'all. I cannot even believe it. Now, I don't want it to try to grow fruit, so I'm actually going to go ahead and pick off some of these flowers. But yeah, it's growing flowers. They're doing really, really well. I'm very happy with them. I'm a little nervous that they're so happy. I'm kind of wanting them to be more dormant. So like this guy's putting on a lot of growth right here. So I think actually the best thing right here is to try to just trim that back a little bit so that it doesn't get too out of control. I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to produce any kind of fruit inside right now. I'm really just trying to keep them alive so that come past my last frost of the season in mid-March, that I can go ahead and move these outside and get them planted. But very happy with the process. I've dealt a lot with fungus gnats, and these I think have been the main culprits, but truthfully it is what it is. And I have been keeping them underneath my dining room table. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's my workroom, and this is where I've been storing them. And basically they're getting light from the lights over here, like that are all the way on the other side. And then they're getting light from over here. They're not getting like tons of light, just ambient light, just enough. But yeah, I have them under here. And I have them in seed trays so that I can water them easily. I water them from below, so I pour all the water in here and allow them to suck it up at their pace. But yeah, it's going really well. Can you believe that they're producing flowers? That's insane. I know that I could go ahead and try to let them produce fruit, but that's not really my goal. I just want them to build strong root systems so that they're ready to go in the spring. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to talk about is petunia. So we started a bunch by seed. This whole tray is petunia seeds that were started from the Dollar Tree. And I had some success and some not success. I do want to point out that specifically like this guy over here, he still feels so dry. I need to add more water. I let that one dry out. These other ones are doing okay. I would say it had about 50% germination rate. Yeah, maybe 50, maybe a little more than 50%, maybe 60% germination rate. But they are all coming up and they're looking really good. So we're just going to let those keep going. So those were the Dollar Tree ones. Up here were the more specific varieties, the Petunia Shockwave Deep Purple, and we had a really good germination rate on these. I had something in almost every cell, and even like these right here, there are some coming up in some of these cells. Those are looking really nice. I also had the Opera Supreme Lilac Ice, and I probably had about 60% germination on that one. Then the Petunia Shockwave Purple Tie-Dye, and looks like I had 100% germination on that one. And then over here, I had the Petunia Lace Veil, which I grew last year. So these are a little bit older seeds, and it looks like we had about 50% germination on that one. And then the Petunia Triumph Mix, which I had one set that did really, really well, and then this one not so much. So probably about 60% germination on those. But those are definitely taking their sweet time. I'm glad I got them started. I think it's time to start hitting them with a little bit of liquid fertilizer, especially this tray. I don't know if I'm ready to do this tray as of yet. I mean, I still have like that one I let dry out. You can see all the ones that dried out over there, but I still have a few alive over there and one alive over there. Yeah, but this has been an interesting process with the petunia seeds. I'm kind of digging it. I think it's fun. I'm kind of thinking I might start another round. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I mean, I don't want to overdo it on starting too many seeds and then not having a place for all of them because I don't have tons and tons of space to grow these plants inside. So we might have to resort to setting up a like temporary greenhouse outside to grow on a lot of these plants once we pot them up. Oh, and then over here are additional petunia seeds from the Dollar Tree as well. But yeah, I mean, doing really, really good on all of my seed starting and my propagation and trying to overwinter my pepper plants. Glad to give y'all that update so that you can see how everything's going on. Talk a little bit about the things that are doing well, some things that aren't doing well. Obviously, fungus gnats is an issue, and the spider mites are an issue. So it is what it is. I know fungus gnats bother a lot of people. They don't bother me too much. Max actually fascinated by the sticky traps and collecting all of the fungus gnats. So, I mean, it kind of is what it is. They go hand in hand. It doesn't stress me out too much. The only thing that bugs me is if I'm working in here and one like flies on my face. That drives me insane. But yeah, if it's something you're concerned about, you can do more of the fly traps. You can do some different solutions in order to fight the fungus gnats. I'm kind of fine as is. As long as they don't spread throughout the entire house, I'm totally good. But the little sticky traps are working really well for me right now. I felt happy with the germination on the petunias. I figured that those Dollar Tree petunia seeds wouldn't be a really great germination because those are a couple of years old. The fact that I got about 50% or even a little bit more than that, I think is absolutely amazing. I felt like I got really good germination from my brand new seeds that I got from Swallowtail Garden Seeds. That was the Petunia Shockwave Deep Purple, the Opera Supreme Lilac Ice, the Shockwave purple, the Shockwave purple tie-dye. And then I also had the Lace Veil and the Triumph mix. Those were from Baker Creek, and those seeds are a year old because I already grew half those packets last year. So those seeds were about a year old, and I got pretty good germination on those as well. So very pleased with that. And then finally, bringing in the pepper plants. I'm so excited. I'm very excited about it. In fact, I have a couple of more tomato plants outside that haven't died back yet because they're kind of undercover on the porch. I'm thinking I might cut them back and see if I can bring those in and overwinter them too. I don't know. It might be worth a try to get a jump on growing my tomatoes and peppers for next year. So yeah, maybe I'll give that a try. And then, well, I say that, but then I have so many new tomatoes I'm going to start from seed. I don't know. I'll think about it and let y'all know. It might just be fun to do for an experiment. And even if I don't end up keeping the plants, I can pass those on to a friend or a neighbor. Maybe it'll just be fun to try it out. We'll see. All right, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, seeing an update on everything that's going on in the workroom, and then seeing some of my recent purchases and or gifts. I just like to keep y'all up to date on the different products that I'm using or what I'm trying to do to make my gardening experience either more pleasant or easier or more organized along the way. And then as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know my latest videos are up, and be sure to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.